let's welcome your host, Henry Kelly.
Thank you. Okay. Hello, thank you very much. Welcome again to Going for Gold, the heat finals today for this week. Now, if you've been watching this European quiz programme, well, you know what it's all about. And you know that already, over the last few weeks, we have got 3 people through to our semi-finals for later on in the series. From Sweden, we have Pia Olsen. From England, Sue Belem. And from Scotland, he was our very first winner indeed in Going for Gold, Richard Leslie. Well, you've seen today's contestants too. They've got a last chance today to qualify for those semi-finals. But any one of those people could be the eventual European quiz champion. If they are, they can win this absolutely great prize.
The series winner will fly to Seoul in Korea and spend 2 weeks discovering this fascinating country, enjoying the delights, sights and atmosphere of Southeast Asia's unique culture. An experience to remember, and you'll be there as athletes from all over the world strive to win gold. Accommodation, all meals and tickets to final events and the fabulous closing ceremony are included. A great prize for the series winner of Going for Gold.
Yes. Well, indeed, it is a great prize. Well, if you've been watching, you'll know that already this week for today's heat final, we have from Finland, Elias. We have from Austria, Peter Smitbaar, and from the Netherlands, we have Willem van Altena. There doesn't seem to be anybody at all from our neck of the woods. Well, there's 4 of them left just here. I only need 1 more from Northern Ireland, Belgium, Wales or England to go through to join the other 3 for this week's heat final. So, you know the way we play it. Now, when we get to this stage, contestants, I'm going to ask you questions. When you think you know the answer, buzz in. A point for every correct answer. The first one of you to get to 2 points goes on to join the other 3. Are you all ready? Hands on the buzzers. What is my name? I'm a game of skill played by 2 people. I originated in Asia in the 6th century.
Chess.
Wales.
Chess.
Chess is correct. Give yourself a point, Wales. All right. So we've got Wales on 1 point. Hands on the buzzers again. Who am I? I was born in Naples in 1899, but grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I was a member of the 5 Points gang and made my way through the underworld during Prohibition. Belgium.
Al Capone.
Al Capone is correct. Give yourself a point. All right. Hands on the buzzers again. What is my name? I am a species of bird that stands from 90 to 150 centimetres tall. My colour varies from bright red. Wales.
Ostrich.
Ostrich is not the correct answer. I live in colonies which sometimes have several thousand members. I inhabit parts of southern Europe, Africa, the Caribbean and southern South America. Although tall, I am a swimming bird with England.
Flamingo?
Flamingo is correct. Give yourself a mark. Okay. Okay. Hands on the buzzers again. Who am I? I was born in 1922, the daughter of a vaudeville performers. I made my stage debut aged 3 and toured with the Gum Sisters. In England.
Judy Garland.
Is correct. You got there in time. You've got 2 points and you're into the final. Well done. All right, so England goes on to join the last of the first round poppers for this week. It means we have to say goodbye to Wales, to Jackie, to Belgium, to Jean, and to Northern Ireland, to Valerie. But thank you for being with us on Going for Gold. And as I said, we have our final 4 contestants today. From them will come today's champion and the Going for Gold winner who go on to the semi-finals later in the year. Come on, we join them. Yes, we are indeed going for gold, and here are our 4 contestants who've got this far yet again, because you've got a lot of winners in here and you've seen all of these contestants already this week. Let's just renew our acquaintance with them. Margaret Shillingford representing England. Margaret, this is the last chance today. How do you feel?
It is. Very nervous.
Very nervous. Don't worry about a thing. We wish you the very best of luck, Margaret. Of course, Elias Garides. Elias, you've got this far before, of course. You were a daily winner for us. Do you think you can go all the way today and win the whole week?
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so, and the best of luck to you, sir. Thank you. And, of course, from Austria, Peter Smitbaar. Peter, there you are. You've got 3 men, just 1 lady to beat. How do you feel about it?
Well, slightly nervous.
Slightly nervous. I like to see the way by the end of the week they're beginning to take it. The nerves are all on edge. Anyway, Peter, the very best of luck to you. And finally, Seems a long time ago, doesn't it, Willem? And Willem van Altena from the Netherlands, seems a long time ago when you told us that, what was that club you remember of? The cleverest club in the world or something,
Yes,
isn't
it's called Bobbelding.
Bobbelding.
Yes, it's Dutch for bomb scare.
Dutch for what?
Bomb scare.
I see, right, okay. I'll take your word for it, William, and I'll wish you the very best luck in today's final of finals. Okay? By now, I know you know the rules, and I know our contestants know the rules. This is the part of the program where the questions are in categories. They're worth 1, 2, or 3 points. I'm looking for 3 winners. The first 3 of you to score 6 points will go through to the 4 in a row. All right, hands on the buzzers. General knowledge for 1 point. Which 2 famous British universities have contested an annual... Willem.
Oxford and Cambridge.
Oxford and Cambridge is right, an annual boat race. Gets you off the mark. The category is pop music. Willem,
3,
select.
please. 3.
A 3-point question. He's going into it immediately. Who entered the charts in 1981 with the theme music from the Dudley Moore film Arthur? Elias.
Oh, sorry. Pass.
Anybody offer? Willem.
Christopher Cross.
Christopher Cross, you got there. Well played, sir, for 3 points. Willem, you didn't know it the first time, but you had time to think, and then you got there.
But he beat me to it.
Right, okay. Willem, you're on 4 points. The category is space flight. Select.
2 points.
2 points for a win. What does this list represent? Early Bird, Comsat, Telstar. Peter.
Transmission, satellites for transmission are...
Satellites is good enough, Peter. That's the answer. 2 points. 2 points for you. The category is world economy. Peter, select.
2.
2-point question. Name the country which has the largest gross national product. Elias.
United States.
United States of America is correct. Takes you to 2. Oh, there are no prisoners being taken here. The category is games. Elias, select.
3, please.
A 3-point question. That would give Willem a win. This is a courageous decision. The French and German word for yes make up the name of a popular parlour game. Willem.
Ouija.
Ouija is correct. 3.7 and you're in the next round. Oh, Willem. Goodness me. And Willem's fan club, which probably stretches all the way back to the Netherlands, is cheering. So, for Peter, Elias and Margaret, hands on the buses again. General knowledge for 1 point. Madras is a city in which... Elias?
India.
India is the correct answer. Gives you 1 point. Takes you to 3, Elias. The category is international literature. Select.
1, please.
1-point question. In literature, the short, pot-bellied companion of Don Quixote was Sancho... Peter?
Panza.
Panza is correct for 1 point. And takes you to 3, Peter, with the category films. Select.
1.
1-point question. Which filmmaker created Donald Duck? Peter.
Walt Disney.
He did indeed. Takes you to 4. The category is numbers. Select.
2.
Numbers.
2.
2 just for the win. What hour is it said to be if something is done at the last possible moment? Peter.
It's ultimate.
Is not the answer on the card I'm looking for. Elias or Margaret? You want to offer? No, we're out of time. The 11th hour if you do it at the last moment. General knowledge for 1 point. In a leap year, how many days are there in the month of February? Elias?
27.
Is not the right answer.
29.
29, the correct answer. Takes you to 5. Takes you to 5. The category is composers. Select.
1.
You just want the 1 point. Scheherazade was written by Margaret.
Tchaikovsky.
Is not the right answer. Peter.
Rimsky-Korsakov.
Rimsky-Korsakov is the answer I was looking for, and that takes you to 6, and you're in the next round. Oh, it's getting tough. Elias, you're on 3. Margaret, you have yet to score. You keep getting very close there with that buzzer, Margaret, but you keep getting just behind the other guys. All right, general knowledge for 1 point. Elias, what is the general term for the order of vertebrates, which includes lizards, snakes, and... Margaret.
No.
Oh, and we're out of time. Snakes and crocodiles. The answer was reptiles. General knowledge for 1 point again. Which 1975 Nobel Prize was won by the Russian Andrei Sakharov? Margaret.
The literature.
Is not the correct answer. Elias, you can answer.
Peace.
The Peace Prize is correct for 1 point. Which puts you on 4. The category is Shakespeare. Select, Elias.
1.
1 point on Shakespeare. What Italian city completes this Shakespeare? Elias.
Verona.
Verona, you guessed. 2 gentlemen of. All right. Elias, you've gone to 5. Margaret has failed yet to score. The category is the United States of America. Select.
3, please.
3-point question. Of which North American Indian tribe was Geronimo Margaret?
Sioux.
Is not the correct answer.
Apache.
Elias?
Apache.
The Apache is the correct answer, the one I was looking for. It takes you to 8, and it means you're in the next round. All right, Elias. Margaret, I am so sorry to lose you. You played so well every day of the week. You were a terrific sport and a great contestant. And thank you for being with us on Going for Gold. And right now, it's time on the programme to get a step even closer to finding today's champion and the person who'll go through to the semi-finals later in the series as we play 4 in a row. All right, contestants, here we go with 4 in a row, the solo round, just you against the clock. Now, Willem, you were the first into this round. Let me show you again what categories are available to you. Writers, Europeans, islands and crime. Willem.
I'll take islands, please.
You'll take islands. All right, Willem, will you come and join me here, please, for your solo round? You know by now, Willem, you know the rules probably better than I do. Your aim is to score 4 in a row. You will score 1 point for each correct answer that you give me, but a wrong answer will take you all the way back down to 0. We'll put 40 seconds on the clock for you now, Willem. You'll have that full 40 seconds to score 4 in a row correctly. If you don't, we'll credit you with your highest score. Willem, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
On islands, your time starts now. In which sea would you find the Windward and Leeward Islands?
Caribbean.
You would. Which island, just to the east of Java, did Hope and Crosby make famous in a road movie?
Bali.
Bali is correct. Which flat, sandy islands extend along the coasts of Holland, Germany and Denmark?
The Wadden, we call it. I don't know what you call it in English. Waddeneilanden.
The Wadden Islands.
I don't know. Pass.
Pass, all right. From which mid-Atlantic group of islands did a volcanic eruption force an evacuation in 1961?
Tris and the Cunha.
Correct. To which country does Sardinia belong?
Italy.
It does. For which industry did the island of Nantucket, Massachusetts become famous in the 18th century?
I don't know.
Whaling. Which Pacific group of islands includes Guadalcanal and New Georgian borders and Papua New Guinea? Willem, hard luck. It was the Solomon Islands. Willem, you didn't score 4 in a row. In fact, you just made it to 2. Thank you, Willem. All right. Peter, you are next into this round. Writers, Europeans or crime. Which category will you select?
Writers.
Writers. Peter, will you please come and join me here? And you know that we'll put 40 seconds on the clock for you. You will have that full 40 seconds to answer correctly 4 in a row. If not, you go straight back down to 0. All right, your 40 seconds are on the clock, Peter. Are you ready on the subject of writers?
Ready?
Your time starts now. Name the Californian author of The Grapes of Wrath and of Mice and Men.
Steinbeck.
Correct. What nationality was Agatha Christie's detective Hercule Poirot?
Belgium.
He was. Which English novelist wrote Nicholas Nickleby?
Dickens.
He did. The multilingual author of Auto da Fe won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1981. Name him.
No.
It was Elias Canetti. Which British novelist wrote The Power and the Glory and the Quiet American? Graham Greene. What nationality was the author Guy de Maupassant?
French.
He was. Point, Counterpoint and Chrome Yellow are books from which 20th century English writer? Aldous Huxley. Which celebrated German writer produced the European classic The Magic Mountain?
Thomas Mann.
He did. Holden Caulfield is the main character in which famous American novel of the 1950s? Oh, no time to answer, Peter. It was The Catcher in the Rye. Peter, you didn't score 4 in a row, but you did get up to 3. Well played, sir.
Thank you.
And finally, Elias, Europeans or crime? Which will you have?
Europeans, please.
Europeans, will you come and join me here, please, Elias? From Greece originally, now representing, as it were, Finland, from where you came to us to join the programme. We'll put 40 seconds on the clock for you. All right, you'll have those 40 seconds to answer correctly 4 in a row. If not, and if you look at the scores, in fact, you'll discover that if you score 4 in a row, you'll be in the final with Peter. If you scored even 3, you'll be in the final with Peter. If you scored 2, you'll be in a head-to-head to join Peter against Willem. All right, Elias, we'll give you 40 seconds. Your time starts now. With which French military leader was the 100 Days associated?
Bonaparte.
Napoleon Bonaparte will do. With which industry do you associate the name Carl Friedrich Benz?
Motor industry.
Correct. Who, with only a handful of haphazardly recruited political supporters and volunteers, formed the Free French movement?
De Gaulle.
He did. To which of the arts was Otto Klemperer a major contributor?
Sculpture.
No, it was music. What was the name of the last Tsar of Russia?
Alexander.
No, it was Nicholas II.
Yes.
What noted French writer-philosopher said, hell is other people?
Pass, please.
It was Jean-Paul Sartre. What nationality was the painter Joan Miro?
French.
Spanish. The Czech-born writer Franz Kafka spent most of his life in Prague. But in what language did he write his novels? Hadn't got time to answer. The answer would have been, if you knew it, German. Elias,
yes.
you didn't score 4 in a row, but you did score 3.
No problem.
All right. All right, that means if we look at the scores, we'll discover that Willem, who made it just to 2 points, alas, we have to lose you, Willem, but thank you for playing with us and for being on Going for Gold. Well played, sir. And it means I'm going to ask winners already from this week, Peter and Elias, to come and join me in the head-to-head final because they're both going for gold. Okay. All right, we're down to it for the last time this week. Our heat final, our head-to-head final, and you need 9 points to win the game. And here's how it works. Let me remind you. I'm going to ask a question that gradually gets easier. You may buzz in only when it is your turn. Now, Peter, you got into this round first, so the first decision is going to be yours. If you decide to start, you'll be able to buzz in when the clock is in the big 4 zone. When it gets down to 3, it will go across to Elias, and then it'll come back to you. So, contestants, look upon that 4, 3, 2, 1 as a clock. It starts counting down when I start reading the question, and each time the clock moves into a new zone, as you know by now, the control passes to the other player. And remember, you may buzz in only when you have control of the game. You score the number of points that are showing. To help you make your decision, Peter, the first subject is literature, and there's an extra clue for you watching at home. On that subject, Peter, will you play or will you pass? You can start out and you like in control in the 4 zone. You know the rules.
I'll pass.
You're going to pass the literature question over to Elias. All right, Elias, you know that you need 9 points to win the game. You have control of it in that big 4 zone. The clock will stop when you hit the buzzer. If the answer is right, you'll score the number of points that are showing. Literature, and your time starts now. I was born in Russia in 1828 and died in 1910. I was orphaned when a boy and brought up by relatives. I attended Elias.
Leo Tolstoy.
Leo Tolstoy is absolutely correct. Answered immediately in the 4 zone, which means, Peter, you are playing catch-up. The subject is actors on that subject. There's an extra clue for you watching at home. Will you play or pass?
I pass.
You're passing again, Elias. You have control of the game on the subject of actors, and your time starts now. I was born in Italy in 1921, but my parents moved to Marseille to get away from Mussolini's fascists. My real name is Ivo Livi, but my professional name is French, not Italian. I left school at 11, did odd jobs, became a music hall singer. Peter.
Toto.
Is not the correct answer. Elias, it means that you have control of the game again, and your time continues now. I became a music hall singer and was helped by Edith Piaf, who got me my first film role. Soon I switched to acting rather than singing. Peter. Is not the correct answer. Elias, you have control of the game again, and your time continues now. In 1951...
Yves Montand.
Yves Montand is the correct answer. Answered in the 1 zone, which means, yet again, Peter, you are playing catch-up. The subject is cities. There's an extra clue for you watching at home. Peter, from the Vatican City, will you play or pass?
Yes, I'll play.
You play on the subject of cities, and your time starts now. I am a city. My location beside the sea made me an important trading centre as early as the 9th century AD, but through the years, I have lost much of my economic and political strength. Peter.
Alexandria.
Is not the correct answer, which means, Elias, you have control of the game, and your time continues now. My fine architecture and priceless works of art have made me a major tourist centre. Elias.
Antwerp.
Is not the correct answer, and Peter, control goes back to you. Your time continues now. Situated on about 120 islands. Peter.
Venice.
Venice is the correct answer. Venice is the correct answer. Absolutely. Venice is the correct answer. You answered it in the 3 zone, but it still means that with Elias's 5, you are playing catch-up. The subject is authors. There's a clue for you watching at home. On authors, will you play or pass, Peter?
Pass.
You'll pass. All right, Elias. You're 4 points away from being a winner today and going through to the semi-finals later in the season. On authors, your time starts now. I am a writer born in London in 1908 and died in Canterbury in 1964. During World War II, I served in naval intelligence, and after the war, I was foreign manager of the Sunday Times. In 1953, I published the first of 13 novels, which won world success, selling more than 18 million copies and being translated into 11 languages. My creation of the character James Bond made me a large fortune. Peter. Peter, I have to have more information. I have to hurry you. I need an answer. You haven't got it. I'm sorry, your time is up, which means that control of the game passes back to you, Elias, and the time continues now. Made me a large fortune. Elias?
Ian Fleming.
Ian Fleming is the correct answer. Answered in the 1 zone. Hard luck to you there, Peter, but I needed the full name and you were out of time. That's what happens on Going for Gold. The subject is history. Here's a clue for you watching at home. Peter, play or pass?
Play.
You've got to play on history. Your time starts now. I was born in Paris in 1619 and died there in 1655. I was a playwright and satirist. Peter.
Molière.
Is not the correct answer. Elias, it means that you have control of the game and your time continues now. In some of my works, I predicted future inventions and discoveries. I myself was the subject of many... Elias.
Jules Verne.
Is not the correct answer. Peter, it means that you have control of the game and time continues now. I myself was the subject of many... Peter.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Cyrano de Bergerac is exactly correct. Answered in the 3 zone. The scores are now tied on 6 points each, but it means, Peter, that as you got in here first, you have the choice to play or pass. The subject is famous heroes. There's an extra clue for you watching at home. At this crucial stage, Peter, will you play or pass on famous heroes?
Play.
You will play on famous heroes. Your time starts now. I was born in 1758 and died in 1805. When I was 12, I accompanied my uncle on a voyage. Peter.
Nelson.
Nelson is correct, Peter. Brilliantly answered. In the 4 zone, takes you to 10 and means you're today's and this week's winner. Peter, congratulations. It means that not only have you won your bronze memento, you've also won a silver, a token of your achievement on Going for Gold. And of course, you're into the semi-final later on in the series. Peter, very well done indeed. Congratulations. Excellent. Elias, hard luck. You played terrifically. Thanks for being with us on Going for Gold. If you've been following the competition with us, you'll know that we now have 4 contestants through to the semi-finals later in the series. Richard Leslie from Scotland, Sue Balen from England, Pia Olsen from Sweden, and today we've topped them up with Peter from Austria. Hope you'll join us again when next I'll be inviting contestants from all over Europe to Go for Gold. Bye-bye. Peter, congratulations once again. Really, really, really well done. Peter,
Going for Gold is a Red Grundy production.